University of Southern California says it's now investigating students who may be linked to the admissions scandal, which means they're losing some big privileges, at least for now. This is just one of the schools impacted by the scheme, and now all of those universities are wrestling with how to respond. A week after the admissions scandal rocked the college world, USC is taking action against students whose parents are accused of paying big bucks to get their kids into college. The school says it's placing holds on those students' accounts. That means they can't register for classes or get transcripts. The school won't confirm how many students are impacted, but says these students have been notified. Following the review, we will take the proper action related to their status, up to revoking admission or expulsion.
I believe if USC wants and other schools want to claim themselves as a victim, then they have to take action so this never happens again.
At Wake Forest University, a different approach. The women's volleyball coach, Bill Ferguson, is on administrative leave after he was charged in the scandal. Prosecutors say Ferguson took a bribe to get one student into the school. Wake Forest says the student is currently enrolled. At this time, we do not plan to take any action against her when there is no evidence she had any knowledge of the alleged financial transaction. NBC News reached out to Ferguson, the coach, for comment, but has not heard back. He's one of 50 people facing charges, 33 of them parents, including celebrities Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin. Authorities originally said at least 8 colleges were impacted by the multi-million-dollar scandal, none of which has been charged with any crimes. Now it has spread to another school, UC Berkeley, which says it's investigating the acceptance of a former student after a parent, David Sidhu, was charged in the scandal. Sidhu's accused of making 2 $100,000 payments to have someone secretly take pre-college exams in place of his 2 sons. One of those sons, Jordan, attended UC Berkeley. Prosecutors say in 2012, the fake test taker flew from Tampa to Los Angeles and using a fake ID took the SAT in Jordan's place, scoring 2280 out of a possible 2400. In a new statement, UC Berkeley says we are aware of the indictment and are looking into the allegation. David Sidhu was pleaded not guilty, and his attorneys say David Sidhu's children have not been accused of any impropriety and have achieved great accomplishments in their own right. Any attack on the Sidhu children is unwarranted.
Joe, you had mentioned the USC in particular was talking about revoking admission, maybe even expulsion for students if they found wrongdoing. But, I mean, there are some students apparently who have already graduated.
Yeah, that's right. And experts in some schools say one possibility is that diplomas that had already been conferred could be revoked. Again, that would depend on what any investigation finds.